Hello, this is your paranormal archaeologist, Digital Archaeology, bringing you 10 more of the scariest encounters ever caught on camera. Let's have a look, shall we? In this first one, posted to the ghost section of Reddit, the OP Spooky Time is Fun states, I caught a picture of a shadow figure while at work. So the OP states this has been shown to experts in the paranormal field that deal with shadow people. The third pick is something else. So let's have a look. So as we see, I guess this is the shadow figure in question. With this one, I'm not really sure I'm seeing a shadow figure. I mean, I guess, yeah, you kind of can see something. That's the third picture. Let's go back. Here's the first picture. Man, yeah, I don't know. I can't really make heads or tails of it. You can sort of something. I don't know. Is this a shadow figure? I really don't think so. Is it maybe just pareidolia? Probably. But I mean, look, without further information about the location of where this photo was taken, it's really hard to say. What do you think? Is this a shadow person or just pareidolia? Let me know how you feel about this one in the comments. And next. In this one, posted to the ghost section of Reddit, the OP glittering pin 4515 has simply asked ghost or apparition caught on video in my bedroom. This is insane. I felt overwhelming sense of calmness as I shot this video in my bedroom. Does not matter how many times I watch this, nothing else makes sense. This has to be a form of spirit or ghost. They're basically submitting to see what others think. Let's have a look and see what was captured. So what do you see me make of that? As many people in the comment section have basically told the OP what he's seeing right there is most likely a hair, and the reflection in the TV is from his camera. For me, I'm gonna have to say this is simply pareidolia, and hopefully the OP isn't on anything. I mean, basically the OP, from what I've seen in the comments, has essentially rejected anyone's sort of um, explanation for this. What do you think? Is that simply a hair in the camera? Because I think it is. Or something else. Let me know how you feel about this one in the comments, and on to the next. In this next one, posted to the ghost section of Reddit, the OP GNATRR has simply asked TW Loud, but he needs an explanation. So video is of my brother, so for privacy's sake, I blurred his face. Anyways, me and my brother were both home alone in the house. I was in my room playing games, and this video is from my brother on the basement stairs using a voice detector. My brother is a big believer in spirits, so I can guarantee he did not make that loud bang, as he was holding the phone in one hand, the radio in the other, and the basement stairs, walls, floor, all concrete, and you can clearly hear that the sound came from right next to him. Again, I was basically a story up on the other end of the house. Basement, this is the most compelling video that I have from him. What do you all think? So let's have a look.
Hello. Oh, nope. Hello. Oh.
So what do you seem to make of that? As clearly the sound does come from next to him. Obviously people in the comment section of this have said to investigate further. but given that he was on the basement stairs, could it have simply been a door slamming, as that's what it sounds like to me? But unfortunately, we have real no context of that. Um, yeah, so I'm not too sure what to make of this. Let me know how you feel about this one in the comments, and on to the next. In this next one posted to the paranormal encounter section of Reddit, the OP neither bid 6536 has asked, what are they in the desert? Let's have a look. As you can see, there is clearly something running across the desert late at night. Is it an elusive cryptid such as a skinwalker? Or is it something else entirely, maybe just someone they were not aware of? But it's still, obviously, if you're not expecting someone to be there, very, very creepy. Let me know how you feel about this one in the comments, and on to the next. This next one posted in the encounters section of Reddit, the OP Sideways Stories has asked weird looking trench coat shadow. So this happened over a decade ago, but it's still a huge mystery. The house we grew up in definitely was filled with paranormal activity. It wasn't ever really that scary, but one time I was scared. I'll make another post for that. Anyways, my mom said my sister took this selfie randomly one day and noticed the shadow. Multiple people tried to recreate it to no avail. 6 months later, my brother came home from college and the shadow reappeared. We've since moved from this house, and I always wonder if the new people that live there experience stuff like this. Also, our dog at the time hated going anywhere near that area in the kitchen. It was a half bath between the kitchen and garage. Let's have a look and see what was posted. So, as you can see, here's the person in question. And as you can see behind them is a very mysterious looking trench coat shadow. I really don't know what is causing that, as really does not look like the person taking the photo. And what's strange is here is almost the same looking shadow, like a hand, etc. What do you make of that? Is this simply the shadow of the person taking the photo, or is this truly something creepy and paranormal? Let me know how you feel about this one in the comments, and on to the next. In this one posted to the paranormal encounter section of Reddit, the OP Canvas. This was back in 2019. It happened after seeing something through a baby monitor. There was no blankets or pillows on the floor below my bed, and just before the photo was taken, there was already ongoing activity. This was taken at my mom's house, and in the 1940s, it was used as an old hospital. She has always had a feeling of a dark presence when sleeping in her room. The room was always cold, could get sleep paralysis only when sleeping in the room. Let's have a look and see what was posted. So here the OP has given us a picture. As you can see, I'm guessing this is what the OP is looking at, given from what I could gather from the comments. Someone said it's someone with their head tilted at an extreme angle, which I'm thinking could be this. I could be wrong. You can just make out, I guess, an upside down face. Let me know, do you think that's an upside down face, or is it simply just pareidolia and something the OP was not aware of at the time? Still pretty creepy. And on to the next. In this next one posted to the paranormal encounter section, the OP Jesm1 has simply asked, what is this dark space I captured while hiking? Let's have a look. So as you can see here, the OP has given us a photo with, thankfully pointed out, there is definitely something dark there. Um, People in the comments have obviously asked were there any sort of moose or anything. The OP stated that she didn't think there would be, as she lives in West Virginia. But there definitely is a dark sort of something there. It definitely does appear, as the OP states, to be floating. Obviously, without further conclusive evidence or a video, I guess, of the area. We can't really tell, but it definitely is creepy nonetheless. Maybe could it be an elusive cryptid? Let me know how you feel about this one in the comments, and on to the next. In this one posted to the ghost section of Reddit, the OP Catalina Ozul has posted this. This is from the restaurant I work at, super old building, circa early 1900s. Not the first time I've heard of people experiencing weird stuff, including myself, but definitely only one caught on camera that I know of thus far. So the OP does state they are a little bit skeptical, but also how to explain that. What is the physical explanation, if any? How does a rested frame fly off the wall and pull everything else down with it? Let's have a look. So what do you seemingly make of that? As clearly something causes that frame to fall over, which then sends all of those glasses flying. Some people in the comments section have said could be hot glasses placed there, but obviously if the frame itself is leaning against a wall, I think that makes it a bit hard. So let me know what you think of this one. Is this something paranormal or something else? And on to the next. In this one posted to the ghost section of Reddit, the OP Massive Stop 330 has posted this. Security camera was tripped at 5:24 a.m. Watch left side behind the car. So basically, the OP says they slow the video down to show what they're looking at. Let's have a look. What do you seemingly make of that? As clearly there is something that moves past the car, whether or not it's paranormal is, I think, a bit iffy. The OP, I guess, does say in some of his comments, because people asked maybe is it teenagers or someone else, and the OP does say he still lives in the middle of nowhere, and he does live on several acres, which makes that, I guess, a bit of a stretch. So, what do you think? Is this paranormal or something else like dust or and simply pareidolia? Let me know how you feel about this one in the comments, and on to the next. In this last one, posted to the UFO section of Reddit, the OP long jumping Lee 8718 has posted New Jersey drones are still there. Hi, I managed to get the original footage from the author of the drone over New Jersey. So apparently there was some other footage I haven't seen. But anyway, what do you think about it? Before you start putting that it's a chopper, first look at the movements. The video comes from a Facebook group. So this was posted from the 16th of August, 2025, around midnight. Let's have a look and see what was captured. seemingly make of that, as clearly there is something moving about. It's definitely bizarre in its movements. Do you think, as other people have said, it could be a helicopter or an actual drone? Or is this a true UAP? Let me know how you feel about this one in the comments. Until next time, digital archaeology. For more scary videos, click on this next video.